Hello guys, Flashlight Enthusiast here. Another FireFlies review, this time E07, their probably most popular flashlight I believe, and without no reason. I mean, I was pretty amazed with this flashlight as soon as I realized that this little beast can produce 7,000 lumens. Wow, guys, look at the size of this one. It's almost like a Convoy S2 Plus size, and it runs 21700 cell. I mean, it's really a must-have for every flashlight enthusiast. The earlier versions had different auxiliary LEDs here, but only purple here, but luckily I got my hands on this flashlight a bit later, and by then they actually did the matching LEDs under the switch and under the main optics, so now it looks really excellent. Look how nice it looks with this ice blue auxiliaries and gun metal gray. And don't bother with slight discoloration here. I don't really care about the discoloration, and the body has slightly different color than the tail cap. It does not bother me unless it operates perfectly, and I know in the past there were some malfunctions with the driver and with thermal regulations, but in my samples they work perfectly fine, so I believe FireFlies fixed that, and now they are selling perfectly good products. So here with me today I've got the gray version with XPL high 4000K LEDs, and this one goes with the beautiful tint of Nichia 2019B, which I purchased recently. Actually it's a box. So let's see what we've got in the set. Let's open up the box. As you can see, the FireFly Lite name appears here because since September 2020 FireFlies changed the name to FireFly Lite. I'm not sure why, but I definitely liked the earlier name better. FireFlies seems nice to me, and the FireFly Lite reminds me of something cheap, something lighter. Well, definitely I would recommend sticking to the previous name, but it's their choice. So let's see what's inside. So actually we've got a nice foam that protects the flashlights from any damage in transport. We've got a 18650 adapter because this flashlight actually runs on less popular by far this 21700 cell, but if you like to use the flashlight with 18650, which I don't recommend, you always can with this nicely done adapter. It's not, the cheap plastic 3D printed adapter, but it actually has some metal ring here, so yeah, definitely a nice addition. And we've got here the clip, the lanyard, spare O-rings and transport rubber, and under UI both in Chinese and English, which is always a nice addition. About the clip, I recently saw that you can actually buy the second design clip that is dual carry clip, so you can wear it that way on that way, and it's deep carry like black metal. So yeah, this default clip I don't use it anymore, but this new design deep carry, it might actually look interesting on this flashlight. So guys, if you're interested, check out their website ff.light.com. Let's see what we've got here in the flashlight. So as I told you previously, it works on a 21700 cell. The Yeah, so here we've got the spring, which is nice thick. Very nice work, Fireflies. The threads are perfect, square cut and well greased. Here I've got the Samsung 40T, which will be sufficient for XPL high version, but a little bit too much for the Nichia LEDs. So in this version I've got also Samsung but 50E, which is higher capacity but only up to 10 amps discharge current, and this 40T has like 35 amps, and for XPL high you will need more than 20 amps to actually achieve the full power. So yeah, I would highly recommend this getting high discharge rate cell. On this side we've got triangle threads, which is not that nice, but you will probably only unscrew it from the tail to load up the battery, so it's okay. What I really like about it is, as you can see here on the spring, you've got a bypass to actually limit the resistance and increase the flow of current to really load up those LEDs to the maximum power and achieve the full 7000 lumens. Obviously just for a little bit of time, because in this size of flashlight you won't have stabilized 7000 lumens, alright? But for a momentary illumination, this flashlight will actually deliver such a number. Alright, let's screw it down. So if you'd like to use the clip for this flashlight, you will have to clip it here, and it will go here down, so you can easily carry your flashlight bezel down. Alright, as soon as you load the flashlight, you can see the auxiliary LEDs light up. You can always turn it off by clicking 7 times because it's unreal. You can either have blinking mode, turn them off, but this too will stay, or have the full power. There is no low power on this Fireflies, which is okay for me. I don't use it anyway, so I don't mind really. The interesting thing about the design of this flashlight is that it, under the LEDs MCPCB, it has 1 centimeter or 10 millimeter deep shelf that will actually dissipate the heat from all these LEDs. And that way this flashlight can actually sustain turbo output for like 30 seconds, which is extremely respectful for that size of a flashlight. Alright, so the heat dissipation on this thing is really excellent. What you can do with the auxiliary LEDs, obviously, is you can adjust the brightness by removing the bezel, removing the optics, and then you will find some little screws, 3 of them I believe, and you can actually increase or decrease the brightness of the LEDs. Now I increase it for the maximum brightness, but it is a little bit bright, but I liked it that way. But you can always just, you know, decrease the brightness, just screwing the one on the screw. And the funny thing is that actually these auxiliary LEDs will also show you the battery voltage, which actually goes that way, that between 4.2 and 3.3 volts I believe, you've got this blue on, or any other that you order, but below 3.3 the blue LEDs will disappear and 3 red in the center will appear to indicate that the battery voltage is getting low. And below 3.0 volts no longer you can see any auxiliary LEDs. So it's very similar to this Rod 66 from FireFlies, except you have lower number of auxiliary LEDs colors. Alright guys, so how it actually shines. I have to admit guys, it shines really excellent. When you load up the battery, you will get the highest regulated output by default, which is about 400 lumens, and above that it's fat, so you will just get the maximum amount of brightness the battery will supply at the given moment, which is very cool. Okay, so it's 400 lumens. As you can see, we've got a pretty big hotspot with a fair amount of spill here. Obviously in the real world this spot is like this size and the spill is this size, so you've got a much more spill and the spot is really defined. But on the outside, oh, you can see here the spot and the spill, the spot and the spill. So in reality it's more like a wall of light flashlight than a thrower, but with 7,000 lumens you still have some respectful range, which is over 300 meters. Okay guys, so let's compare it to the Nichia version. Obviously be careful with the Nichia version, because as soon as I got this Nichia LEDs in my E07 and Rod 66, every other flashlights looks green. Even it has amazing tint, and I love the tint, and I found that it's really pleasant to an eye. When I turn on the Nichia 2019B SW45K, every flashlight, damn, every flashlight looks green. Look at this one. It has some really nice, even rosy beam, right? So it's XPL high V2 neutral white 4000K, right? It's beautiful. But when you turn on the Nichia, oh my gosh, it looks definitely green, because this Nichia is so rosy that any other flashlight will look green. Guys, I hope I do not repeat myself too much, but comparing to XPL high, the Nichia has some bigger hotspot, definitely, as you can see here. It's much more rosy, and obviously it has half a power, but again it has beautiful beam, beautiful tint, high CRI, and it's made for flashaholics. Hi guys, here I am with E07 from FireFlies, max regulated for 100 lumens. As you can see, her very white hotspot with a little bit of spill. And now let's go to turbo. Wow, this is simply put a wall of light. It still has some range though, but it's definitely a flutter. Look how it's not that wide. We have mainly the huge hotspot and a little bit of spill. Yeah, huge amount of light coming from this little form factor. And it's dropping. It's dropping, and although I'm wearing gloves, I can really feel the heat building up in the flashlight's head. Yeah, and it's dropping. Yeah, you can see it clearly on the video. It's dropping. Let's bump it up in turbo again. Boom. Yeah, I like that. Another E07, this time with Nichia LEDs, max regulated, about 300 lumens I believe, and then let's pump it up the turbo. It's not that impressive as XPL high version, although color rendering is beautiful here. You've got the same beam pattern. I would say a little less throwy, I guess, a little bit diffused hotspot here, but 3,500 lumens of excellent tint with superb color rendering. Very nice. It's also heating up pretty quickly. So again, I'm feeling the heat building up, and boom, it dropped a huge amount of light, but not as much as XPL high version. So the drop is not that significant because the heat is also a little bit lower due to sheer power. Let's pump it up to turbo again. Whee! Nice. Very nice. Because of the fat driver you can reset the turbo as long as the battery is capable of delivering the current. Very nice. Concluding this, I really appreciate the FireFlies work. They had some problems with quality control in the past, but I believe now they have fixed that. Both of these flashlights are excellent quality, have no thermal issues whatsoever. I'm really impressed with their performance, and I would like to thank you, FireFlies, for creating such gems, and first of all doing it in a considerably affordable price, and second of all creating such wide choice of LEDs that you can choose from ordering the flashlight from your website. So very good work, amazing guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because more videos are going to appear on this channel. Leave your comment below what you think about the FireFlies, whether you like it or not, whether you have one or not, and maybe you would consider buying after watching this video. So guys, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.